All right, so we are almost ready to get into our warm-up. Today, all that you need is a mat or a carpet or a couple towels, something where you're going to be comfy coming down to the floor, because we are doing abs and low body today. And for the ab stuff, you'll be on your back for a lot of it. You'll be in a plank position for some of it. So you just want to make sure that you're going to be comfy. Other than that, you're standing. Everything is low impact today. We're going to do a very quick warm up so we can get into that circuit. So let's start, and we'll get you nice and warm. We're going to start with your squats. So feet shoulder width apart or a little bit wider. Sit back on your heels, drop your butt down and up for 15 seconds. We're just going to wake up those legs because we are going to use them today. In 3, 2, 1. Let's do some skater steps. Cross it back, touch the floor or your knee or your shin with the same hand as the back leg. Both knees are bending. Push those hips out to the side. Get that glute stretch. We're going to be here for 7 more seconds. Then we're going to do alternating hip openers. Couple more. And 3, 2, 1. Stay tall. Open up that hip. Bring it back. Switch to the other side for the same thing. Try to stay facing forward. Let that leg do all the traveling. Big step over, big step back. Wake up those hips. In 5, in 3, 2, 1. Side bends and twists. Side bend each way. And then a twist each way, rotating the upper body. Side bend, twist, and twist. Keep going through that combo. 5 more seconds. Then our inchworms in 3, 2, 1. Let's do some inchworms. Touch your toes. We're just going to walk forward to a plank. Don't worry about your push-up. And then just walk back in. So we're just kind of waking up those abs, getting a little hamstring stretch. 5 more seconds. Then downward dog plank. T opens in 3, 2, 1. Push back to downward dog. Pull through to your plank. T opens right and left. Keep going through that combo. Downward dog, plank, T opens right and left. 5 more seconds, then our plank deep lunge and reach in 3, 2, 1. Big step forward, twisting reach towards that front leg, then step back to your plank, over to the other side for the same thing. Big step forward, try to make it so your knee is stacked over that ankle. 5 seconds, then cat to cow in 3, 2, 1. Hands and knees, we're gonna arch the back, look up at the ceiling, stretch it out, then round it. Look at your knees. Nice and slow, releasing any tension that you're holding in that low back. In 3, 2, 1, child's pose to cobra. We're gonna sit right back in child's pose and then pull through, drop the hips, drop the shoulders, look up at the ceiling into cobra, feeling that stretch in your core, and then low back and forth, child's pose, into cobra, and then all the way back into your crouch, 3 pulse hamstring stretch. 3 little pulses, straighten the legs, stay as close to the floor as you can. 1 more time. And roll it on up. All right, we are ready to get into it. So here's how this circuit is gonna work. We are gonna do 2 ab moves back to back, the 3 times through. The first round is gonna be the longest, 1 minute for the first ab move, 30 seconds for the second one. We do it right again, no rest, but shorter. 40 seconds for the first move, 20 for the second. We do it for the third time, even shorter, 20 and 10. Then we're totally done with those ab moves. We never go back to them again, and we move into some low body stuff. You guys will obviously be on your own for the ab stuff. I'll demo it for you, or as much as I can, and I'll verbally explain. But you guys will be rocking the ab stuff, but I will jump in and join you for the leg stuff. Then when we go for round 2, the ab stuff, completely new moves. Leg stuff stays the same every single round. So you'll see what I mean as we get into it. First move, leg drops. So you're on your back, core nice and tight, lifting up from the pelvic floor into the spine, keeping that back connected with the mat. Both legs are going to be up in the air, okay? So I only have one up right now just to protect my core, but you're going to have both legs up and just slow and controlled. You're going to take them as close to the floor as you can without losing that back and core connection, and then take them back up easy modification is a gentle bend in the knees, so it'd look more like this instead of straight legs, and or just stay higher. You don't have to go to the floor. If you feel that back starting to come up, that's an indication that you want to stay right there. Move number 2, you're just going to flip over right into a plank, okay? Forearms and toes if you can. Easy modification is to drop to your knees for that plank. So you have leg drops and plank. We ready? In 3, 2, 1, leg drops on your back, both legs up. Slow, controlled, drop those legs as close to the floor as you can get them, and then take them back up. Do the same thing again. So you are flat on your back connected to that mat, core tight the whole way. You want the abs and the back to be the same at the top of the move when the legs are up as the bottom when it gets hard. Now remember, this is the first round. This is the longest round. So you're halfway through it, 30 seconds down, 30 left, you're doing great. Breathe. As those legs fall, as they get close to that floor, let that breath out. Feel those low abs engage. In 20 seconds, you're gonna flip right over into your plank. Breathe through it. Keep strong in the core. Lift up and in. Flex those abs, but a flex that you can breathe through. In 10 seconds, moving on from the leg drops into your plank. See if you can do one more drop before we get there in 5, 3, 2, 1. Flip over into your plank. Forearms and toes. If you want to modify, drop to your knees, but make sure you're leaning that weight forward so the hips are in front of those knees and you can really feel those abs still. Now this is a quick one, quicker than the first interval. It's only 30 seconds. You're more than halfway through it. In 10 seconds, flipping right back over onto your back for more leg drops. Keep holding that plank for 5, 3, 2, 1. Leg drops, both legs up. Slow, controlled drop all the way to that floor and then all the way back up. Check on that back. Are you still feeling that connection to that mat? Are you still feeling that core nice and strong? If you're seeing any bulging in the midline, some coning in those abs, you want to modify. If you're feeling some tension in that back, or you're feeling some space between the back and the mat, modify. Add a bend to the knee, or stay up a little higher, or both. 8 more seconds, then we flip back over to our plank in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip right into your plank. Forearms and toes if you can. It's only 20 seconds. If you're struggling, drop to your knees. Lean that weight forward so you still feel the core. Keep flexing, keep breathing. Already more than halfway. In 8 seconds, we flip back over one more time for your leg drops in 5, 3, 2, 1. Flip back onto your back. Leg drops. Both legs all the way to the floor if that's your range of motion, and then all the way back up. Modify by keeping it higher or adding the bend. This is only 20 seconds. We went all the way from a minute to 40 seconds to 20 seconds. In 5, we flip over to your plank last time in 3, 2, 1. Let's see that plank. Forearms and toes. It's quick. You only have 7 seconds. Then we rest. We move into our legs in 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good job. We're going to stay down here for the first leg move. Plank, alternating deep lunges, exactly like your warm-up, but we're really going to put the weight onto that leg. Feel that stretch, feel that glute burn, and then we're going to switch legs. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Deep lunge. Put that weight, then switch. Really put that weight onto that front foot so we can feel those glutes. If it's feeling like a little bit too much, you can come up a little higher and do your switch up here instead. So you're not in a plank, it's a little bit of a shorter range of motion. 10 seconds, then we get to rest. In 7, in 5, in 3, 2, 1, rest. Come on up, alternating curtsy lunges. The same as your skater steps in the warm-up, but we stay tall. So we're gonna cross it back, alternating sides. Ready? In 5, 3, 2, 1. Cross it back, alternating sides. It's like a backwards lunge, but the leg goes over to the side behind you, so you feel more glute activation. We keep the weight on the heel in front of us. Push those hips out to the side. Feel those glutes. It's only 30 seconds for all of these leg moves. 10 more seconds to go. Both knees are bending. Get low in that curtsy. In 3, 2, 1, rest. Next up, sumo squats. Wider than your normal squat. Not quite a plie squat. We're not forcing a turnout, but just a really wide squat. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Down and up in that sumo squat. The nice wide stance gives us a little more glute engagement. Good for the hips. And good for making space for this giant pregnant belly. 8 seconds, then we're gonna stay at the bottom and we're gonna do pulses. In 5, 3, 2, 1, stay down and pulse. Just 15 seconds here. As soon as you start coming up, come back down, pulse it out. You got it. 8, almost there. In 5, in 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next up, still nice and wide, we're gonna do a squat. We're gonna straighten the legs, push the butt back like we're doing in the bottom of a deadlift. Drop back to the squat, then stand up. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Squat, deadlift, squat, and stand. Squat, deadlift, squat, and stand. You don't need to lock out the knees. Keep a gentle bend, but send the hips back. And that way we feel that hamstring stretch. And when we drop back down, we get even more glute engagement. 10 seconds, keep that back nice and flat, head in line with the spine. In 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, so that was round 1. So now you kind of know what's happening. In round 2, like I told you at the beginning, brand new ab moves. So those leg drops in that plank, done, goodbye. We're moving on this time to full extension sit-ups and earthquake. So laying totally flat on your back, legs straight. You're gonna use your core, pretend I'm using my core and not my arms, to come up and touch your toes and then control the drop all the way back down. Move 2, it's like you're going back down to do another full extension sit-up, but we pause at a spot that is shaky and hard to hold. That's your earthquake hold. The first one's gonna be a long time. If you can't hold it the whole time, lay back, take a breath, and come back. Ready, set, full extension sit-ups. All the way from the floor, come on up, touch your toes, control the drop all the way back down. As you come up, let the breath out. Okay, squeeze those abs, lift with the core, all the way down to the floor, all the way up, okay? Don't follow what I'm doing. I'm just demoing as much range of motion as I can without hurting my core. I have no core left. I instead have a baby in there, but you're gonna go all the way from the floor. Keep going if you're feeling good. If you need to modify, use your arms, sort of like I did, to get up, and then control the drop with no arms down. That deficit is gonna get you stronger and better at those abs. If that's still a no-go for you, turn it into a crunch instead. Just come up as high as you can and then back down. Almost there, 12 more seconds, then we're gonna go into our earthquake hold. See if you can come up and down into that full sit-up at least one more time. In 3, 2, 1, lean back, find that earthquake hold. So you're probably gonna be able to go back way further than me. You might even be close to that floor, but lift up and in, wrap those abs, and hold and shake. It's called earthquake, so you should be shaking. It should be hard to hold. Keep those heels glued, keep that core engaged. 10 more seconds, then you can lay flat and come back up for another sit-up. If you need to lay flat before then, do it. Take the time that you need. 3, 2, 1, full extension sit-ups, all the way up, all the way down. We're back to that first move. This time it's only 40 seconds instead of a minute. We shave 20 off of it. If you could do 60, you can do 40. Breathe through it. That breath is coming out as you're coming up. Almost there. 20 seconds down, 20 to go. Let's see how many full extension sit-ups we can squeeze into the last 15 seconds. Then we're going into that earthquake hold again. In 12. I know you can squeeze in at least 2 more, all the way up, all the way down. Modify as needed, as long as you're moving, I'm happy. 5 more seconds, then we hold an earthquake. 3, 2, 1, lean it back, find that earthquake hold, keep those heels glued, lift up and in, get shaky. It should be hard to hold. I would rather you feel this and have to fall early than for you not to feel it at all. So get somewhere where it is a challenge for you. In 5 seconds, last set, full extension sit-ups, earthquake. 3, 2, 1. Lay back just to come all the way back up into your full extension sit up and all the way back down to the floor. This one's only 20 seconds, so you got this, no problem. Halfway there already. In 10 seconds, our last earthquake hold, and this one's only going to be for 10. Let's see if we can do one more full extension sit up in 3, 2, 1. Let's hold that earthquake. Lean back. Engage those abs. 7 seconds. Then we're flipping over low body. No rest this time on low body. 3, 2, 1. Flip over. You got plank. Deep lunge. Let's get right into it. We are taking away that rest for the low body. Who needs to rest? Not us. 15 seconds down. 15 to go. Put that weight on that foot. Awesome for hip mobility. Awesome for your glutes. 8 seconds. Then we're standing it up for alternating curtsy lunges in 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Alternating curtsy lunges. Cross it back over to the side. Bend those knees. Drop low. 20 seconds. Then we're going nice and wide for our sumo squats. More than halfway through these curtsy lunges. We are getting there. In 10. Couple more each leg. 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Sumo squats, nice and wide. Down and up. Sit back on your heels. Knees following the line of the toes. Halfway there, 10 down, 10 to go. In 7 seconds, let's stay at the bottom. Let's pulse it out. In 3, 2, 1. Let's pulse. Little pulses. In 10 seconds, we have our squat, deadlift, squat to come up. 7 more seconds of pulses. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Ready? Squat, deadlift, squat, stand, squat, deadlift, squat, stand. Watch that back. Make sure it stays nice and neutral. Head in line with that spine. We got to protect that back. 15 seconds. Let's work for that rest. It's coming in 10. Down and up. And 7. Squat, deadlift, squat, stand. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Whew. Okay, 2 new ab moves. On the floor, on your back again, alternating leg lift climbs. So, laying totally flat, one leg is going to come up. You're going to grab sort of behind the knee and then grab a little bit higher, a little bit higher. See if you can make it up to touch the toe, okay? Obviously, I cannot really leave the floor, but you are leaving the floor, crunching up to try to tap that foot. Then once you get to the foot, drop it, pick up the other leg. So one climb at a time, slow and steady. We don't want to use momentum and reach. We want like 1, 2, 3, tap, climb it back down. Same thing, other leg. Ready, set, let's go. Lift up that leg, grab behind the knee, little bit higher, tap that foot, climb back down, 1 step at a time. I want you to feel every inch of that. Once you get back down, drop the leg, switch sides, climb up, 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 tap, climb, back, down. Then drop that leg. Every time you grab, you're crunching up higher, 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 higher. Yes, feel those upper abs. Keep going. If you're struggling, don't worry about making it to the foot. Get as high as you can with good form, okay? So don't force it to get your body up there. If you're doing 2 grabs and you're just doing a little crunch, that's cool. That's your range of motion. 15 seconds, and we're all gonna go into tabletop and we're gonna do a tension hold. Almost there. Couple more climbs. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Come to tabletop. And now I want you to push your hands and your knees together as hard as you can. Get shaky. Keep that back glute. Keep that core tight. Keep both legs up. I'm just going to drop 1 to protect my core. But you're going to push against those legs like crazy. Knees are stacked over the hips, okay? Push, 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 push. Feel those abs. If you're starting to struggle, release the tension. Take a breath and come back. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Leg lift climbs. Lay flat. 1 leg up. Climb on up. Tap that foot. Climb on back down. Remember, 1. Climb. at a time. Separate those climbs. We don't want to use momentum. We want to use that core. We want to crunch up. This one is quick. It's only 40 seconds. You're halfway through it. In 20 seconds, back to tabletop position, that tension hold where we push the hands into the knees. At the same time, you're pushing those knees into the hands. 12 more seconds here at this climb. Now just 10. See if you can do at least one more leg. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Both legs up to tabletop. Push as hard as you can into those knees. Push those knees right back into those hands. Feel that tension. Feel that flex in those abs. Keep that back glute. Keep that core connected. You're almost there. In 5 seconds, leg lift climbs again. 3, 2, 1. Lay flat. Lift up a leg. Climb on up. Tap that foot. Climb all the way back down. Do the same thing on the other side. Flying, 10 seconds down, 10 to go. Too close to quit. You got time for like one more climb, and then we're going into that tension hold again. In 3, 2, 1. Get to tabletop. Push, 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 push. In 7 seconds, flip it over. We need some deep lunges. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's find that plank. Deep lunge, then switch. Still getting some core engagement here because you are in a plank, and that big step forward is challenging for those obliques. But I really want you to put the weight onto the foot so we can feel that glute. Almost there. 12 more seconds. Then we're going to come all the way up for our alternating curtsy lunges. In 7, in 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's get those curtsy lunges done. Cross it back. Alternating sides. Get that glute engagement. So much time on those abs. Let's get those legs fired up too. 15 seconds down. 15 to go. Side to side. Leg to leg. In 10 seconds, we're going wide. We need those sumo squats. In 5. In 3, 2, 1. Sumo squats. Down and up. Nice wide stance. We're here for another 12 seconds. Then you know what's happening. We're staying at the bottom. We got some pulses to do. In 7, in 5, in 3, 2, 1. Pulse it out. 15 seconds. Let it burn. Work through that burn. Get comfy here. In 9 seconds, sumo squat, deadlift, sumo squat, stand. In 3, 2, 1. Sumo squat. Straighten those legs. Rebend. Come on up. Squat. Deadlift. Squat. Stand. Squat. Deadlift. Squat. Stand. Watch out that you're not locking out those legs. Gentle bend in the knees. Just send that butt back to the wall behind you. Chest high. Chest low. Chest high. And stand. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. We've got new abs. This one's going to be real fun for me to try to explain. Okay, the best way for me to explain this is probably using my arms, pretending they're legs. So you are laying flat on your back. You are going to kick your legs up. Butt comes off that floor. Then kick them out as low to the floor as you can without losing that core engagement. So if you can kick out right above the floor, awesome. If you have to kick out a little bit higher or not quite straight leg, that's cool too. Kick up, kick out. On the kick up, we try to take the butt right off the floor, okay? So you still have 7 seconds, but on your back, kick up, kick out. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Both legs up, kick up, kick out, kick up, kick out. On that kick up, try to lift up that butt. Using those low abs. Kick up, kick out. Now remember, this is a long one. It's a whole minute, okay? I would rather you protect those abs. So if you're starting to feel like that form is getting compromised, it's too long, then take a breath and then come back. If you're feeling good, you're halfway through it, 30 seconds down, 30 left. Kick up, kick out, and we want that kick out as low as we can with good form. So as close to the floor as you can get those legs. In 20 seconds, we're gonna stay in our back. We're gonna go right into flutter kicks. You got it. Focus on that breath. Focus on that core position. Kick up, kick out. Kick up, kick out. 7 seconds. Let's get through that combo at least one more time. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Both legs out just above the floor. Flutter them. One leg up, then the next. So pretend your legs are my arms. Little flutter kicks. Just kick that water. One up, one down, as close to the floor as you can. In 7 seconds, back to your kick up and out. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Kick up, kick out. The biggest round is done. You did it. It's over. Check, check, check. We're moving on to 40 seconds on, 20 seconds for the second move. So in 28 seconds, back to your flutter kicks. All you have to do is kick up and out for 22 more seconds. Let that butt come off that floor if you can on that kick up. Use those abs. Get that lift. 15 seconds to go. Kick up, kick out. Kick up, kick out. Let's go. We got 10 seconds left. Use that time. Let's get strong. 7, in 5, in 3, 2, 1. Legs just above the floor. Flutter kicks. One leg up, then the next. Nice quick kicks. You know how we can modify. We can always go up higher. We can always add a bend in those knees. Make it work for you. 10 seconds. Then our last round. In 7, in 5, in 3, 2, 1. Kick up, kick out, kick up, kick out. Let's go. We got 15 seconds, then back to those flutter kicks. In 10, I know you can get through that combo at least 2 more times. Let me see it. Up and out, up and out. 5 seconds, then flutter kicks. 3, 2, 1. Let's flutter. It's only 10 tiny seconds. You got this. In 7 seconds, flip right over into your plank deep lunges. In 5, in 3, 2, 1. Let me see those plank deep lunges. One leg forward at a time. Big step. Put that weight on that foot. Drop those hips. Put in that work. We have less than 2 minutes in your workout. We are so close to stretching. We are so close to being done. 10 more seconds here. Then I need you to hop up for your curtsy lunges. In 7, in 5, in 3, 2, 1. Let's take it up. Curtsies, alternating sides. Bend those knees. Drop those legs. 10 seconds down, 20 to go. Next up is going to be sumo squats. So we got to find that wide squat stance in 14 seconds. In 10 seconds. Get everything you can out of these curtsy lunges. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Sumo squats. Down and up. Finish off those legs. 15 seconds. Then we're going to stay at the bottom for 15 seconds of pulses. Those pulses are brutal, but it's the last time we have to do them. 5 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Let's pulse. Stay low. Little tiny pulses. Stick with me. We only have 8 more seconds. Then sumo squat to deadlift, to squat, to come up. 3, 2, 1. Squat, deadlift, squat, stand, squat, deadlift, squat, stand. Find your pace, find your rhythm. It's only 30 seconds. We are on our last move. Let's find that last move energy. 12 seconds to go. In 10, in 7, in 5, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Awesome, awesome job. Let's stretch. Let's go right into Cobra and stretch out your abs. You guys did a lot of abs today. So let's stay right down on the floor, just like in our warm-up. Drop your hips. Look up at that ceiling if you can. If this feels like too much for you, you can do the same thing on your forearms instead of your hands. From here, let's push back and let's just go into some cow position. So we're just gonna arch the back. Look up at the ceiling, feel that stretch, again in your abs and also your back. From here, let's take one knee forward into pigeon. So front knee bent, back leg straight. You can sit up like me, or you can lay totally flat, whatever feels good, but feeling the glute of this front bent leg. If this feels like too much, you can always elevate the front leg, or you can just like gently bend and open the hips so it's not quite as intense. 3, 2, 1. Tuck that back toe under so we can switch sides. Same thing on the other side. Front knee bent, back leg straight. Find that glute stretch, find that hip stretch. Breathe into it. Stay there for another deep breath, whether you're sitting up or laying flat. 3, 2, 1. We're going to sit right down. We're going to come into a straddle sit. So you're just going to open up your legs nice and wide, and we're going to take a side bend over to one side, stretching out those obliques. And then switch. Same thing on the other side, keeping the chest nice and high, but big reach over, getting that oblique stretch. Really good for the low back too. And then let's lean it forward. Stretch out those inner thighs, those hips, come down as far as you can towards that floor. And then we're gonna come up, and we're just gonna take our feet together in a little crouch. We're gonna straighten those legs, and we're gonna roll it all the way up. We are done. Thank you so much for sweating with me.